Just a day after British forces boarded and seized a Russian Shadow Fleet tanker in the English Channel, experts testifying before the UK's Joint Committee on the National Security Strategy delivered a stark warning. While the operation was hailed as a rare example of direct action against Russia's sanctions evasion network, witnesses argued that Moscow has long viewed Britain as a country strong on rhetoric, but often reluctant to impose real costs.
Moscow has a sense of how it expects Britain to respond in reaction to whatever it is that the Russians do. Broadly speaking, it can be relied on to rise to the occasion rhetorically and not to do too much beyond that might actually cause material consequence to Moscow.
The hearing repeatedly returned to a central concern, that Britain's deterrence suffers when warnings are not matched by visible action. Experts suggested that Russia has become adept at operating in this gap, particularly through hybrid tactics ranging from sabotage and disinformation to the Shadow Fleet.
And obviously just calling that out is not good enough. And as we just saw yesterday, the British, the Royal Marines going onto one of the Shadow Fleet vessels and arresting the staff and so on. This is it's a clear response, and that can be done in those circumstances.
Witnesses also raised concerns about Britain's broader military readiness. Former defense attaché to Moscow, John Foreman, argued that years of underinvestment have weakened credibility at a time when deterrence depends as much on perception as capability.
So, ships stuck alongside submarines. Why do we have 6? If we think nuclear submarines are important for deterrence, why are they sat alongside? Why aren't we moving heaven and earth to get them out?
Foreman also warned that Russia pays closer attention to actions than statements. As Britain celebrates its first Shadow Fleet interception, the message from Parliament's expert witnesses was clear. Deterrence is not built on rhetoric alone. The challenge for London now is whether the boarding of one Shadow Fleet vessel marks the start of a tougher approach, or remains an exception in a strategy Moscow already believes it understands.